Hi, my name is Cavan Hendron, and I am the creator and writer of BORDEN the Musical. So BORDEN the Musical is about the life and legacy of Lizzie Borden. It re-examines Lizzie's dynamic with her family and really dives in to the relationships that made her who she was, made the family who they were, but also talks about the sacrifices made along the way for things that you want and think that you deserve. But most importantly, the show talks about legacy and this idea of legacy and what that means to somebody and how we all have a legacy that we leave behind. So I was first introduced to the story of Lizzie Borden when I was 7 years old. Every Saturday morning, I'd wake up, go to the living room with my Cheerios or Frosted Flakes and watch an episode of History's Mysteries. And the one that particular Saturday just happened to be about Lizzie Borden. Lizzie Borden was a woman in 1892 in Fall River, Massachusetts. She was 35 years old, was accused of brutally killing her father and stepmother with a hatchet. The nursery rhyme goes, took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41, which none of that is true. And I remember watching it and I was just so captivated by the story and hearing this story of a woman who was acquitted of the crimes that she was convicted of, yet society and history have not been in her favor. They've, portrayed her as the killer. And it was just a story that always stuck in my brain. I always wanted to go to the house in Fall River and see the stuff as a history nerd. So then 7 years ago, I started writing this, generic little idea that could be a musical about Lizzie Borden. I wanted to do a fresh take. I wanted to, really focus on the story that wasn't told in the history books. I wanted to dive into the relationships between the family. And so I started writing BORDEN, and now here we are all these years later, getting our first staged reading presentation with some people from the industry coming, which is super exciting. And it was really important for me to do it on August 4th, because that was the day over 130 years ago now that the crimes were committed. So I think it's hopefully bringing in some good juju, but we'll see if, Lizzie thinks otherwise. So after the August 4th presentation, me and the creative team are going to get back together, put our heads together, and ideally the next thing is rallying up a great group of producers and investors and people that just want to help tell this story and are as passionate about this story as we are. Because, theater takes a village, and we want to find that village and people who want to bring this story to life. If you would like to keep up with the journey of BORDEN the Musical, you can follow us at BORDEN Musical on Instagram or go to bordenmusical.com and keep up with our journey.